General, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, John R. Pippy,
I, John R. Pippy,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of
and
Pennsylvania,
the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
and I will discharge the duties of my office
and I will discharge the duties of my office
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
Congratulations.
The Assumption of Command ceremony is rooted in military history dating back to the 18th century during the reign of Frederick the Great of Prussia. At that time, organizational flags were developed with colorful arrangements and symbols unique to each particular unit. To this flag and its commanders, the soldiers of the unit would dedicate their loyalty and trust. When a change of command was to take place, the flag was passed to the individual assuming command. This gesture was accomplished in front of the unit so that all could see and witness their new leaders assuming the command position. He who held the flag also held the service members' allegiance. This symbolic tradition has survived throughout military history. The tradition of passing of organizational colors to the incoming commander is symbolic of the transfer of command responsibility and is indicative of the sacred and trust and confidence that a nation places in the capabilities of its new leaders. As the official party has positioned itself at the center of the stage, Command Sergeant Major Sean Phillips will take the colors of the Pennsylvania National Guard. He will present the colors to Governor Shapiro, who will in turn present the colors to the Adjutant General. Major General Pippy will return the colors to Command Sergeant Major Phillips for safekeeping. In accordance with Pennsylvania law, Title 51, Chapter 9, Section 901, the Governor of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania appoints Major General John R. Pippy as the Adjutant General of Pennsylvania, who was confirmed by the Commonwealth Senate, given under my hand on this 4th day of February in the year of our Lord 2025, signed, Josh Shapiro, Governor, Pennsylvania. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the 48th Governor of the Commonwealth, the Honorable Josh Shapiro. Sir.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I am honored to be here today to administer the oath of office and to congratulate Pennsylvania's 55th Adjutant General, John Pippy, as he formally assumes his command today. I want to thank our former TAG, Major General Jessica Wright, for joining us here today. It's a pleasure to see you again. And of course, I want to thank our leaders here, General Laura McHugh, General Terry Kudelka, and General Mark Goodwill. I'm grateful for your strong leadership every day. And I want to recognize General Pippy's family, who joins us today. His wife, Kathy, a U.S. Army veteran herself, their daughter, Caitlin, and as their dad described, her new fiance. I don't know about any old fiancés, but he said it's a new fiance. Good luck with the pressure here. His mother, Penstre, his father, Jack, and their entire family. I know you have made significant sacrifices so that your husband and your father and your son could serve our Commonwealth and our country. And we're deeply grateful to you for your willingness to make those sacrifices to benefit the good people of this nation. I want to recognize and welcome members of the state legislature who join us here today, particularly those who have served our nation themselves. And of course, most importantly, I want to recognize the members of our National Guard here today. And on behalf of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I salute you. I thank you for answering the call to service. The nearly 17,000 women and men who make up the Pennsylvania National Guard have signed up to protect our freedoms at home and abroad. They're deployed overseas for peacekeeping missions in the Horn of Africa and in the Middle East. They help our communities recover in the wake of tragedy and natural disasters, like last fall when I deployed members of our Guard to North Carolina to assist in the recovery and relief efforts after Hurricane Helene. They're working right now to secure our southern border, and they help train our allies around the world. Right now, members of our Guard are in Germany, training Ukrainian soldiers to withstand Russian aggression, and in Lithuania, where I know we have members with us here today from our wonderful partnership with Lithuania. We maintain a regular presence there, training with Lithuanian armed forces as part of a state partnership that goes back more than 3 decades. This is all possible thanks to the dedicated service members and their families here in Pennsylvania who stand behind them in support. What's special about the National Guard is that these men and women are leaders and public servants in uniform and in their communities. They're our neighbors. They're our fellow Americans. There are firefighters, police officers, doctors, EMTs. They're small business owners who line our main streets, folks we see and interact with every single day. And in times of crisis and in times of danger, they answer the call to service every single time. I want you to know that I am profoundly grateful for your service, and I am inspired by your work. And as your Commander-in-Chief, I'm honored by the privilege I have to work alongside you to promote the safety and security of our great Commonwealth. One of my most important responsibilities is selecting an Adjutant General to lead our soldiers and airmen, a leader responsible for the command and control of the country's 3rd largest National Guard, and an effective leader of over 2,500 state employees, someone who oversees critical services for our veterans, one of the most important and honorable duties of our Commonwealth. I take that responsibility very seriously. And when General Schindler chose to retire, I knew how important this position was to both our Commonwealth and our nation. We needed to have the right person to lead our Guard and the Department of Military and Veteran Affairs. We needed to make sure that person was prepared to lead us forward in these challenging times. I can say with complete confidence, John Pippy is that man. I first met John about 20 years ago when we served in the Pennsylvania legislature together. And while we were on different sides of the aisle, we found common purpose in serving our veterans, in protecting our kids, and delivering for our communities. I admired his dedication to public service as a state representative, a state senator, and as a member of the Army National Guard. It was a real pleasure for me, upon being elected governor, to reconnect with John in his role as director of the Joint Staff. And so, when it became time to select a new tag, I knew there was no better person for the job than General Pippy, a dedicated military man with the heart of a public servant and a great love for Pennsylvania and for our country. Someone who is always motivated to be present in the moments that matter most, whether it's in his role in the National Guard or in the time he takes to be there for his family. General Pippy is always focused on serving others, and I know he will bring the same dedication to his new role as Adjutant General of Pennsylvania. It is my honor to be here today to administer the oath of office to General Pippy as he became our 55th Adjutant General. I look forward to the work we will continue to do together to protect our homeland and further our national security interests. And while we do that work, we will never forget those who have come before us, fulfilling perhaps the greatest responsibility we have, and that is to care for our veterans and our military families. It is my honor to serve as your Commander-in-Chief, to support those who put on the uniform to protect and defend our freedoms, and ensure those Pennsylvanians who serve our country can continue to be fine representatives of our Commonwealth and the United States of America, and to show the world what we stand for peace, for tolerance, for opportunity, and for real freedom. May God bless our troops and the women and men of the Pennsylvania National Guard. Congratulations, General Pippy. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure for the first time to introduce Major General John Pippy, the 55th Adjutant General of Pennsylvania. Sir.
Good morning, Governor Shapiro, distinguished members of the House, Senate, and House and Senate Veterans Arms, Veterans Affairs and Emergency Preparedness Committee. Okay, folks, I'm going to take a pause. Yeah, I got a little choked up earlier. It's like throwing up before